Welcome everyone to Professor Siwa again. In this video, I'm going to show you RSA's practical implementation. RSA is one of the public crypto systems techniques. It is multi-purpose. What does that mean? It can be used for encryption, for digital signatures, and for key exchange. It's used in email exchange. It's used in SSH, SSL, TLS. So it's a common technique, or like a common crypto system that you can see here and there. Okay, so I want you to bear with me. This is not difficult. We have already seen how public key, private keys, like how they cooperate, how they work together. Okay, let's start. So we'll start with generating the keys. Assume this is Alice. Okay, let's just change the color. Okay, assume this is Alice. Alice will start with choosing P and Q, where both P and Q are prime numbers. Okay, this is step one. I will tell you more about what makes RSA actually secure later on throughout the video. So we have P, we have Q, where both P and Q are prime numbers. Now, Alice, or whomever is the owner of the key generation, will create N, where N is P times Q. P and Q have to be very large, random, very large numbers, okay? Now, here we take totient or phi N, which is also equal to P minus 1, Q minus 1. And you might be asking, why do we take totient N? This is due to the Euler theorem, Euler's totient theorem, such that we can create a mathematical relationship, as we can see later on. We will see. So step 2 is selecting an E. Okay. To select E has to be, E is a relative prime to totient N, where also we can say GCD of E totient N is also equal to 1. Also we can say E is between 1 and totient N. Okay. Now we will calculate D. What is the value of D? D is equal to E inverse mod totient N, or let's write here phi N. Okay, so what makes RSA secure is the N be the factoring problem, which is if I have two large prime numbers multiplied by each other, it would be computationally infeasible to finding the primes of N, which are P and Q. Now, regarding why totient N, we can refer back to Euler's theorem that says for any variable, let's say A, part of totient N is congruent to 1 mod N. Okay? And based on RSA, we are going to use something called modular exponentiation, which is basically, as we see the value of D, E with D times E will cancel each other because they're multiplicative inverses. Okay, let me show you. So E times D is congruent to 1 mod totient N. You don't really have to dig deep into the mathematical relationship in here, but what we have to know is because of Euler's theorem, when we multiply E and D, they will cancel each other. Okay? Let's now see, we have all the variables needed. Now let's see what is public and what is private. Okay? So basically, again, 1 Y tangent of N. This will help us create a mathematical relationship between E and D, such that when we multiply them with each other, they would cancel each other. Why is that? Because we will see how the decryption and encryption process actually works, okay? So what will be public? What will be public is, let's just write it again. What will be public is N and E. What will be private is N and D, such that no one except the one who generated the keys will know D, and E is public. Now we will use E for encryption and D for decryption. Okay, let's go here to the right. Okay, so assuming now I have a message, an email, whatever the thing is, okay, whatever thing I want to hide, okay. I want to encrypt this message. Encrypt. See, the cipher text is equal to the message to the power of E mod N. Okay. Now here, because I did the M to the power of E, this is called modular exponentiation, especially when there's a mod in the process. Okay. So this is the value of C. We take this. One more thing, M has to be between or in the range of 0 and N minus 1. Okay. By the way, in the encoding process, when we encode M, it will become part of the set. Also, N is a very huge number, so by default it will probably most likely be less than M. Let's see. Let's decrypt it. Now we have seen the encryption process. How can we decrypt this? M. Okay, this was the encryption process. Now, if I give you C, you'll not be able to. If you know C and N, you can't decrypt this message. You see what I mean? Due to the factorization problem that I've seen earlier. Okay. Now M, why is that? Let me elaborate more on it. Okay. So if I have N, I will need to find P and Q such that I could generate D. You see what I mean? And I can't find E. I don't know M for E because this is something new for me. Okay. So as an attacker, I won't be able to find C basically because I will need to factor N, and N is a very huge number to be computationally feasible to factor out or find the P and Q. Now, when it comes to decryption, we send the ciphertext to Alice again, or the one who generated the keys, the one who has the D basically, or the private key. What will I do with the private key? I will take C to the power of D mod N, and this will result with the message. Like I will get the message, but let's see how this actually works as well. So what is the value of C? M power of E power of D mod N. Here the E and the D will cancel each other, and I will just end up with M mod N, and due to the mathematical relationship or the modular arithmetic, I will just get M equal M. This was RSA. So as you have seen over here how the keys are generated, this is the process of generating the keys and making sure that P and Q are large prime numbers. And this is how we generate the the D based on E. And why tangent N is important for the relationship between the two. Okay? And this is what will be private and what will be public. This is how I can encrypt a message using modular arithmetic, where I can find the multiplicative inverse, modular exponentiation, as E will cancel the D, and E and D are multiplicative inverses of each other. This is like the relationship between them, and this is how I can decrypt and find the message, etc. And by the way, as you said, this is a multi-purpose technique, okay, or like crypto system, so we can use it for authentication as well, as you have seen in the other video, how public keys can be used to authenticate a message and maintain integrity. Okay, so I will encrypt it using my private key. Then our sender, the one who is supposed to receive the message, will decrypt using the public key. So basically, if I have a message, I will encrypt using the D. I will send it to my sender, to the receiver, and he will decrypt it using the E, which is public. If he was able to decrypt it, he will basically verify that I am actually the one who sent this message. If you want me to make like another specific video just showing you how verification is made, it's actually the same thing. Just you can watch the previous video on in general how authentication works using public and private keys, or just let me know in the comments. But in general, it's just the same process, but instead of starting with E, we'll start with the D as an encryption. It's just for like verification. Thank you again for watching. See you in the next videos.